Persona 4 is often considered one of the greatest JRPGs of all time, constantly praised by passionate fans and critics alike. Since its debut release back in the PS2, the dark yet relatable adventure sets a new benchmark with its wonderful characters and impressive dungeon exploration. Now, after years of waiting, it's almost time for Persona 5. Hi guys, it's me Rio here, and today I'll be reviewing Persona 5, the international version, or I guess you can see the North American version, as the game was released back in September of 2016 in Japan. So, yeah, let's get started. Persona 5 is finally set to launch on April 4 for PS4 and PS3 in North America, Europe, Atlas, and it is confirmed. It will also be available here in India. Persona 5 is a Japanese role playing title set in modern day Tokyo, Japan. By day, you are an ordinary high school student attending classes and forming relationship with your friends. By night, you are descent into a mysterious underworld known as the Palace. Yeah, a palace. It took me almost 25 to 30 hours to reach and clear the second dungeon of Persona 5, the latest high school set JRPG from Atlas. I guess it was 35 more hours and I was still being introduced to new mechanics and fresh locations to explore within its open world Tokyo. It's an absolute beast of a game. It takes around 7 hours to even get clear of the tutorials, but soon as I was off the training wheels, I was hooked. You take on the role of a mute protagonist, a high school transfer student who's on your probation for crime, and which I won't really spoil because the story is pretty interesting here. When you're not killing time in the real world, you'll be exploring palaces, distorted mirrors, on your own world that manifest from the hearts of the truly twisted people. These are essentially monster filled dungeons for fight though, but each one I've seen so far is massive, distinct, and full of surprises. You can't hope to find them one sitting either. You usually have around a month to get them done, and you can either infiltrate a palace or do a couple of activities before you're forced to sleep in it and the next day on the character takes around. It's a game with very distinct pace. You're always under time resistant, but you're encouraged to drag things out as long as possible. It nails the feeling of being a school kid trying to juggle through social life with responsibilities. It's just that some of those responsibilities involve delivering into dimensions and occasionally fighting sentimental balance, just like bullies. Yes, that is literally a thing. It's a hell of contrast and it makes a game constantly surprising. Developer Atlas knows how to leverage the mundane using contrast that makes exciting moments really sing out. When you first meet a new enemy type, you need to discover its weaknesses to drop them to their knees. If you do, you will get another free turn. Some enemies are substantial to bullets, some will drop when smacked with a critical physical attack, and some will fall if you zap them in the right elemental spell. If you don't want to do that, you can ask for an item, ask for money, or you can do a fight ending special attack. I've purposely not touched, and I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but Persona 5 is really delivering so far on that front. The cast of characters are brilliant, including the antagonist as well as the protagonist. Some of the bad guys are truly despicable, but they are still identifiably human. Nobody is evil in the same way like Fantasy's Blair or Sephiroth is. It's super dark and very adult, but there are plenty of light moments in between. At its heart, it's optimistic. The world is gross and you're out of change, but one corrupted person's heart at one time. So, what do I think about this game? There are still dozens of hours of the game left for me to complete, but it's shaping up to be one of the best JRPGs I've ever played. And trust me, I've played a lot of JRPGs. The structure is refreshing, the presentation is stylish, and the acid jazz soundtrack burrows into your brain until you're humming the OST while watching the ports. Maybe while I'm watching movies or watching my TV, I certainly do hum all the parts of the song just like I did. The best parts were actually pretty interesting and I guess you would really like it. Moving on, Persona 5 starts really slow, but it soon has you walking at a speed. I can't wait to string along some more of that. And I think you should too also go with that. So what do I think? Should you buy it? Yeah, obviously you should buy it. You should probably should. There are a few glitches, my friends, and you have to be really responsible for that. But I think the day one patches would solve them, so I'm pretty optimistic there. So this was my initial review. This me Rio signing off and hope you guys have a great day. Thanks, peace.